Welcome to the Working Class Nerds Podcast. I'm Marcus with Feta and Rayu. This is episode 256, and we're going under the sea talking about Aggro crabs, another crab's treasure.
Cue the intro.
All right, let's get into it. What'd you guys think of the game?
Stop. We have to talk about our Discord, dude.
Oh, come on.
Every damn time. No, just give me one quick plug. Join the Discord. Tons of Nerds community content. Talk to us. It's a great time. Now crabs.
Okay. So, little backstory on the crabs. Oh my God, this show is going to be all about crabs.
Well, not only that... Do we start with why we're talking about this thing?
That's why I'm getting into it. But
okay.
This whole show, everything that we talk to is going to lead back to getting crabs.
I'm itchy already, dude. This is bad.
All right.
See, I told you should have never gone over to Marcus's house last night. I tried to tell you.
All right, so the whole story of this was when we were taking our little hiatus, we were like, what can we do that would be really fun and be able to review new games and do stuff? And I think it was Rayu that came up with this idea of, why don't we all play the same game in a week? And I was like, uh-oh. I immediately had the pressure on me because I'm like, oh, shit. Am I going to have enough time to play this and Elden Ring and Visions of Mana and then so we set some boundaries for these games where we're each going to play a minimum of 3 hours of a game. We obviously know that Rayu is going to put in 112 and Feta's going to put in 65 and I'm going to put in 3 to 5. No. So, no, I legit committed to this because I was like, okay.
Yeah, it hit 3:01. You shut that shit off.
No, I think I'm at like 4 hours and 12 minutes, maybe. No,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, like maybe 3 hours and 40. I can look. I got to look. But
I'm pulling mine up,
I'm way
too.
over because, anyway, I'm rambling, which I normally do. The whole point of this was to get us all to play the same game. Let's do a good review on the game, talk about it, and maybe we can get all of you guys to try it and tell us how bad I suck at the game. I think it was Feta that gave us the idea of getting Game Pass to do this.
Yeah. It's just such a good deal, man.
Well, right. So I've been paying for Game Pass, but on my son's Xbox, but little do I know that Game Pass Ultimate comes with PC. So I'm winning. So we all got Game Pass. Rayu, did you have Game Pass before?
No, I didn't have Game Pass before.
Okay. So we all got Game Pass, and Feta picked the first week, and he had to have picked the dumbest fucking game on the planet.
It looks so cute.
Wait.
What are you talking about?
What I mean is because when I first watched the trailer, I'm like, this is the dumbest shit ever.
Bro, it went fucking viral.
I know that now. Okay? One of you guys tell everybody what this game was, because I was upset about it. I was hoping for something like good.
Damn.
And they picked something terrible. But my review of this game is going to be a complete 180 to what I'm saying on the front end.
Feta, this was your choice, so you tell them about it.
All right, so we're talking about another crab's treasure. Developed and published by Aggro Crab. Released this past April. It's available on Xbox One, Series X or S, and PC, obviously, because that's how we all consumed that. But essentially,
it's not on PlayStation?
No.
Nope.
Good. Moving
Good. Good, he says.
Who wants to use that shit-ass controller?
Anybody who wants to play College Football 25.
And rub it in your face.
Wait. You can't play College 25 on Xbox?
No, you can play it on Xbox. You just can't play it on PC.
Mm-mm.
Well, the same thing with NHL. It's dumb. Anyway, moving on.
All right. Anyway, crabs. Oh. So, protagonist of this game is Krill, but he's not Krill. He is a hermit crab. As this hermit crab, you open up the game, you start in this tidal pool, and he's just vibing with his shell, sitting on there, and all of a sudden, boop, out comes one of those toy grabbers that's a shark with this business hat on. He takes your shell and says, "You haven't paid taxes. It's gone. Done." And that sets you off on this adventure.
Wait. What was your immediate thought when you guys saw the fucking shark?
The lone
head?
shark?
Yeah, the lone shark come out of the water on a stick.
I shit my pants and made my wife come in and was like, "Look at this fucking game I'm playing, dude. Do you see this lone shark?" And it's just a talking crab stick. It's amazing. I love everything about this game. I really do. It's just so like fun.
No, it was great.
I don't know.
It was great to see the little humor in it. A
Lot of
little
humor.
shark come out of there. I was like, okay, so I'm in for a nice little fun ride with this game.
Yeah, I'm not sweating. I'm laughing.
All right, and for me, I didn't even know what this game was before I turned it on. When we picked the game, Feta was so excited about it, and he was telling us what it was, but I legit had zero idea what I was walking into. Honestly, I thought I was walking into like an Echo the Dolphin type game.
Oh my god.
Like, I had no idea what I was walking into. So when I walked in, I was like, and I saw shark head out of the water. I was like, what the fuck did Feta make me play? This is not okay. But anyway, moving on. So you were saying that his shell got stolen.
Yeah, because he's a tax evader. He's got to pay the underwater tax, which is trash. Literal trash and plastic. You pay in plastic. That's how you pay your taxes to the Duchess.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Can we make that a real life tax thing, please? I will
pay in
gladly
garbage? I would
throw
love
my
to
plastic
pay.
bottles
Oh my god.
for taxes. Jeez.
It's insane. But yeah, so I'm just going to read this because I love it from Aggro Crab directly.
Yeah.
In the Undersea Society, trash is not only a way of life, but a valuable resource used from everything from fashion to firearms. It's so good. But with the presence of trash comes a mysterious infection known as the gunk, which could spell doom for the entire ocean. And all I could think about was BP's oil spill the whole time.
Oh my god. Yes.
Whole time. It just looks like oil slick.
Yes.
Dude, it's great. It's great. So at the end of the day, it is a Souls-like game. It's not anywhere near as hard as Elden Ring. I can tell you that right from the get-go because I can actually play this game.
But embark on an epic treasure hunt to buy back your repossessed shell and discover the dark secrets behind the polluted ocean.
Dude, it's top-notch.
Okay.
It's just hysterical.
When I found out this game, we're going to get into a little bit more of it, but when I found out this shit was a Souls-like, my first impression, because I was following the thing and I'm like, okay, I got to jump and okay, it can swim. And so like, it doesn't have a double jump, but like it does a floaty jump. So like when you're
like
crab,
Princess Peach.
Yeah, you jump, it like flutters its arms to get to the next spot. And it almost has like a ring like Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom that you can like swim through the water. So I'm guessing at some point you're going to be able to upgrade that to make you swim further.
I really hope so.
I'm not sure. I didn't get that far. So the point is you go into this game, you not knowing what the hell you're doing, and you're chasing this shark head on stick, and then all of a sudden these crabs want to fight you, but you can't hit them.
That pissed me off for quite some time, actually.
I thought that was fantastic. There's
You
nothing
like that?
There's nothing that gets your blood going a little bit. Like, I can't attack. I gotta run. And you're sitting here swinging your little
Escape.
hermit crab legs.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I wanted to get in there and start smacking. That's my problem.
But it makes sense though. It's a hermit crab going against actual crabs. Like, it doesn't take a Fight Club to figure out how that's gonna go.
Not well.
So basically, a David and Goliath kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or what was the guy's name in Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Mike Tyson?
No, the fight. You're a character.
Oh fuck! I don't know. I didn't play that one enough.
Now we're gonna sit here and look it up.
That's like the biggest David and Goliath thing I could think of. You're like this scrawny little guy.
You're not Little Mac, are you?
Little Mac. That's
Yeah.
it.
There's no way it's Little Mac. Hang on.
Yeah, it is Little Mac.
I thought he was just Punch Out, Punch Out.
Well,
No, it is Little Mac. Yeah,
Oh,
it
word?
is the first Little
Oh,
Mac.
pulling that from the depths.
Whoa, trivia. We just won trivia with that one.
Yeah.
All right. So my first impression, I would say, was I was shocked that this game was a combative action game. I had
I
no
can see
idea.
that.
I had no idea what I was getting into.
Did
Your
you not
first
read the
impressions?
description? It
No.
says Souls-like.
No, I did not read a thing. You guys told me this is what we're playing. I downloaded it, didn't think about it until I loaded it up, and I loaded up and went, what the fuck is this?
I can't wait for the next game.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, it's gonna be funny. Anyway, no, this has been great. Like I really love this for a first title. I've managed to sink almost 6 hours into the game, so
Great.
I've made some progress. I've gotten some of the bosses down. I've been able to explore a little bit. Marcus, how have you thought about the bosses?
Well, no, we'll get into the bosses. I just want your first impressions. I'm going to control this.
But
I'm
first
trying to-
impression.
How? What do we got for an over under on how long he's going to be able to control himself?
Nope, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
not.
I'll hold
I
you
wanna-
to
I
it.
wanna-
I'll just
what
tell
is
you to
your
shut
first
up.
What's your first impression?
I loved it. I laughed immediately. I love how corny it is. I really like the art style of the game. How it's kind of like a little chunky, but just all bright colors. And I like the concept of how it's all trash because the whole thing ends up kind of being a little bit of a satire. And I think that the developers are from Australia.
Yeah, it's getting the wrong crowd.
I don't know. Either way, I got big Aussie vibes from the whole thing.
You're asking
Because
the
it's like
wrong
we're
crowd.
making fun of how we trashed our ocean.
Well,
but-
it's definitely the vibe of the game is protect the oceans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, dude, when you're walking around and there's sig butts sticking out of the sand, you're like, that's gross.
No, for it. I like how there's like humor sprinkled in throughout of it. The trash, the
popsicle
cigarette
sticks.
butts, the popsicle sticks. Which, have you read the popsicle sticks? That's
Yes.
some grade A humor,
Oh yeah.
and it is underappreciated because you have to explore to find that humor. It is terrific. Just like you were a kid, how you had the little pops that you would sit here and they had a little joke on the inside,
Yeah.
and to get to the answer, it was in the actual popsicle. You had to
Yeah.
finish it. That's what it is. And there's like a bunch of them as you're exploring. Just take a minute, go stop and hit one of those, and just get a nice little chuckle.
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite one. It's like such a stupid joke, but it's why did the lobster blush?
Why?
He pissed his pants. It's so stupid.
So, okay. I'm going to let you guys pick the next step of it. Do you want to talk music or do you want to talk combat?
I mean, we hear the music before we even do combat, so
Okay.
That's true.
So, the music is like the ultimate sit back, put your feet up on the couch, chill music. Like, and they really brought in like the vibes or the sounds of the ocean, incorporating it with the gameplay. It actually is super duper relaxing. And that's where I got fucked in the game.
Because you were just fully sleeping?
Wait
No,
a
I was
minute.
just
You
chilling.
got beat by something?
By the minnows? Did you get smacked around by a minnow?
No.
No, he lost when the music started. Once it started, it's game over. Marcus fell asleep at the keyboard.
No, dude. Like, the game gave me false pretenses of what I was getting into. Okay, you come in, the music is all like, chill, man. This guy just stole your thing. Don't worry, man. We're going to go get it. And here's a fork. You're going to get a fork. Keep chilling, though. We're keeping them chill beats. Don't worry. You're going to enjoy yourself. All of a sudden, crab with comb stabs you and kicks you into a wall dead.
Do you know it's not a fork?
It's
a lobster pick.
Oh, my God.
It's a lobster pick. It's only got 2 prongs on it, dude.
Wow.
Get in there. Get those leg meats.
Wow.
That's the whole game. It's just these subtle references. It's like kind of fucked up.
But it's great though. Like,
It makes sense. I'm smacking the absolute living shit out of these things with a lobster pick.
Wow.
I'm actually mad that we're recording this podcast because I should be playing this game. I said it earlier. I was like, I don't know. I might not make it. You know, I got stuff to do. And it's playing freaking Another Crab's Treasure.
Yeah, and I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, and I gave him the old like dad opinion. Dude,
I'm not mad.
we
I'm
all
just disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. We all committed to playing this game. You're going to come on the podcast and talk to it, and everybody's laughing at me because I fell for it. It was actually funny. Okay, so you get into the game. You meet the shark head who steals your shell. And that is basically your intro / tutorial into the game. And what I liked about it is it very much eased you into combat.
Yeah.
It didn't just throw you into it and say, haha, good luck, fucker. It was more of like, hey, this is how you jump. This is how you swim. Let's do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. Run away from these crabs. And then here's your lobster pick. And now you have to fight for your life. Good luck.
I want to ask, are y'all playing on controller with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so I have a different perspective than you guys because I went mouse and keyboard.
Ooh.
So you know how it's like telling you the buttons, like, oh, push this to do this? It doesn't say that when you're on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, because you have to be a raging psychopath to play this game on a mouse and keyboard.
Hey, I've made it further than you have.
Well, it's because you put 6 hours into it. I've played for 3.5 or 4 hours, and I am probably in the second world area because I tried to fight a boss for an hour.
Wait, where? I'm not in the second world yet. I'm still in the first place.
All right, so my point is, so do you guys think of the tutorial?
I love games with a tutorial. It doesn't matter how like corny it is. I feel like I need it to really get into the game, especially because I'll pick up and drop games all the time.
Right.
So I really liked how it did ease you into it, minus the fact that I had to like scramble away from those crabs that were trying to eat me with no way to defend myself. No shell, no nothing.
Well, we'll get into the shell talk in a minute, but the tutorial I liked. The only thing I didn't like is that it wasn't the same controls as Elden Ring. Some of them were, but like some of them for me were a little different. Or maybe it wasn't, and I was just not used to it. I don't know. I was hitting buttons that I shouldn't have, and I was, just getting wrecked. But, Rayu, did you enjoy the tutorial, or did you think it was dumb, like they shouldn't have had it?
I liked it. I'm glad they did a tutorial just so that way you can kind of have an understanding. I really do wish that the text for the tutorial did show, like, if your input source is mouse and keyboard, it shows you what your mouse and keyboard buttons are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I had to
Did
stop.
it just hit the... Like, it just showed you the controller inputs?
It just says, like, for example, hit attack button to attack. It doesn't tell you what the attack button is.
So did you have to keybind everything you wanted to?
Well, that's the thing, is I did it blindly, because whenever you go into the controller set, or whenever you go into the settings and go for the controls, they're already pre-listed and pre-registered for key bindings. But the graphic text just doesn't tell you what they do.
That's a good... I bet that's a bug. And you're probably the first person to ever play it on keyboard and mouse. So
I'm not going to lie. I liked it on keyboard and mouse. I did controller, and I was just like, no, I like the keyboard and mouse. I felt like I had more control, especially with the dodge rolling and everything, being able to move the camera around, and it just felt more natural. I don't know.
I had some latency issues with some of the dodges, too.
I also had some clipping, but we'll get into that in the combat section with it. But tutorial wise, I enjoyed it. It was really simple to follow. Again, just the only thing that I would say is just fix the text so it actually shows what the mouse and keyboard bind is.
Well, I would say when we send this to Aggro Crab, or whatever the developer is it Aggro Crab? Yeah, Aggro Crab. Well, right, hey, you have this bug. It doesn't show up. I don't know if that's intended. But here's the episode of our review. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say I felt like the tutorial took you through and got you ready that, hey, you're playing a combat game, and then you get thrown into it. So what are your immediate thoughts about the combat when you get into the game? The actual ocean.
Well, it changes once you get a little bit further, so... Marcus, why don't you go ahead and touch upon this, because I don't know if you got there yet.
Where you get your special powers?
Past that.
Which
Did you get your skill tree yet?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah,
See, I'm not even there. That's what's funny.
That's crazy.
I think I'm the furthest back.
Crazy.
So I'm still in. I just now got my powers.
Umami style.
Yeah, umami.
Yeah, umami.
Yeah. So, all right, let's start out. So when you start off, it's basic combat. It's
Hit.
It's a Souls style: hit, dodge,
Hit.
heal, you die. And I would say the combat for me was hard enough to where it frustrated me.
I can see that.
But I think it's because the music is so chill that I didn't expect them to hit that hard. Like your standard issue minnows or like the baby crabs, you don't need to do anything for them. You can just annihilate them. But when you get into a harder enemy, and I'm not talking about bosses, they actually
You're talking about comb crabs.
comb
is what
crabs.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the comb crabs. Those motherfuckers hit hard.
Big time.
Did you fight the pufferfish yet?
I can't kill a pufferfish. I can't do it.
I can't.
And they're
telegraph
tied
the
down.
attacks.
They're tied down like a party balloon. It's fucking hysterical.
It's great.
Well, I definitely would say that the health bars on some of the enemies is a little much. Right out the gate.
Yeah, maybe.
I
think
think
it.
that was a little ridiculous, too.
I want to know if that scales. I'm
Well,
not
what level are
sure.
you?
10.
No.
No?
8.
I'm at 15. It's at the same.
Damn. So you're like 2 hitting these guys? Mm-hmm. Damn.
Well, what I'm saying is immediately getting into the game, and I guess it's like any other game. You got to grind, right? And the combat starts off super basic, but it's teaching you how to play the game. But when you fight an enemy, they hit hard. Like you're literally getting two-shotted.
Yeah.
On some of these enemies, like legit two-shotted right out the gate. I mean, and on top of that, you ain't doing nothing worth of damage. So that told me, okay, I gotta go farm and go kill some minnows a bunch to be able to level up. And in this game, instead of bonfires, you get like shell houses. I don't know what they're called.
You touch the current.
Yeah, touch
first.
the current, and it gives you.
And then you get the moon shells.
Right, the moon shell, right. So that's how you level up in the game, which I'll circle back to that. And then once you get to a certain part of the game, you start to get your, I'm going to call it your magic powers, where it's, umami.
Umami.
Yeah. You get your umami powers, and you power up essentially, and you get, what's the first one? I think the first one's lightning or electricity.
The powers are all debate. It all depends on what shell you're currently using.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I got the soda can one.
Yeah, so the soda can one is my favorite. It's fizzle, so it bursts you back, so you get a back dodge, and then you have bubbles that like home in on the enemy, and it taps them for damage. But
wow.
Yeah, it depending on what shell you have, it'll have a different power. Yeah, so like the banana peel. The banana peel, it's munch, and you just straight up eat it and replenish your health, but then you have no shell. And the bottle cap is pop off, and it's essentially an uppercut with your crab fork.
Hadouken!
Exactly. And then I haven't unlocked that many different shells yet, but they're all different based on the shell.
Can, like a tin can, not a soda can. I had a can, and it was like,
You dragged the tin can that far?
yeah,
Holy cow!
I did okay, dude.
Yeah, no, I suck at these games. I lose my shells constantly, dude.
Dude, I'm good at the games until I have to fight a boss. Okay.
I think it's time
Can
we
we
talk
talk
about
about
these
the
bosses.
bosses now?
I think it's time.
God.
Okay, get into it.
Dude.
Okay, so you immediately get thrown in, and I'm gonna use references of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So you come into the game, and they're all pointing you towards the castle, Stormville Castle. And then you go up there, and you got to talk to the Duchess, but then you realize you can't do it because you're naked, and they say, go explore, go talk to this guy. Well, on your way to go see this guy, you have these giant glowing eye crab, and he's got a fucking comb in his hand. And that motherfucker took me probably a good 30 minutes to kill. Because there was no forgiving.
That's not a boss.
Yeah, that's just a regular ad, dude.
That's an ad.
I
There's
know.
okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, it's because he had the glowing eyes. I think he was harder because the second time I fought him, he was easy.
Maybe.
I don't know. But, dude, I'm terrible at these games. I feel like as soon as I found out this is what I was playing, my stress level went through the roof. Okay?
That's why the music.
That's why.
And I'm like, this
man.
music is going to carry me through it. It's not going to be too bad. And then you get your ass whooped, and you're like, oh, my God, it's one of these.
Do you know
So-
there's a sign in the early stages of the game that says, when does the boss music start?
No?
Yeah.
See, so that's what you said is interesting. So you went from the tide pool straight to the castle, and you got a completely different interaction. I didn't even do that. I started exploring. I went out looking. I bypassed all of that interaction and to get to the first boss.
Well, I went. I explored, but then I found this guy. He was purple, and
Oh,
I don't know his name.
Deadlock?
Yes,
With the bike lock? And he
Yes.
just... Yeah.
and I walked up to him. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go hit him." I hit him, and it took like a 16th of his health, and then he turned around and smacked me with whatever, and I was dead. One hit. I'm like, okay, I should not be here right now.
It's funny. I just beat that boss
Yeah.
before we got on the show.
I skipped town on that. I got toasted up twice. His special move, I lost my shit when that happened. I couldn't compose myself, and I turned around.
It's when it grabs you and it's the
It
guillotine.
just guillotines you?
just
Oh
know
my
you're gonna
God.
die. Oh man.
Oh,
I got hit with it the first time. I was like, oh, that's awesome. It's a
turned me into a fritter.
Ha! And so to progress the story to get your first can, essentially, you come over to this like soda machine and you push the button and these soda cans pop out. And when you put one on, this asshole starts screaming at you that you're a lawbreaker, even though the Duchess told you to go talk to him. And because he's giving away free shells. And he is the tree sentinel in Elden Ring.
Straight up.
Yep. Well, he's a cross of the tree sentinel, and you know that old like video that was never ending playing, "Get on my horse, the horse is amazing, give it a lick." You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Oh shit. Well,
are you on a different level of brain rot than I am with the internet?
Yes.
Probably.
Oh, Jesus.
But dude, that boss was fun. I
loved
so
it.
much fun with that one.
It took me like 20 tries. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah.
But I was level 2 when I played him.
He took me a little bit. So that's what I was saying is like you had a whole storyline interaction with, oh, you need to go over here to get your first shell.
Yeah, how
and
did you
whatnot.
get a shell then?
Because I went to that boss, like I didn't even bother. I was like, no, I want to go like explore and do other stuff. And then I just happened to like, oh, that's weird. There's like this area that's on the map that is open. Let me go explore and see what it is. So I went over there, and then I was like, oh, that's a vending machine. Push the button.
Boop.
Boss fight starts. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, we're gonna come back to that. So I went to go farm stuff, and I was like, oh, let me get stronger so I can make it a little bit easier. All right, cool. I'm level 10. Let me go fight him again. Beat him, and then it's like then I get the storyline of, oh, now I can see the Duchess. I'm like, I'm doing this out of order. Whoops. So then I went over to the Duchess area and got the whole storyline from there.
did they still say something about now you're wearing clothes?
Nope. Nothing at all. They just let me right in.
Huh.
Hey guys, I'm gonna play this and tell me. Can you guys see it in Riverside?
I could see it, yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right, and tell me if you can hear it. Can you guys hear that?
Look at my horse is amazing. Give it a lick.
It is just like raisins.
Of a stroke of its mane, it turns into a plane, and then it turns back again when you tug on its winky.
Ooh, that's dirty.
What
You think so?
on earth?
Well, I better not show you where the lemonade is made. Sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, yeah, sweet lemonade.
He's playing the synthesizer.
Get on my horse, I'll take you around the universe and all the other places too.
Think you'll find that the universe pretty much covers everything.
Shut up, woman, get on my horse.
That's 54 seconds I'm never going to get back. Why does he taste like raisins?
So that first boss reminds me of that horse in the tree sentinel.
Alrighty then.
Wait, you guys didn't like it?
Like is a strong word.
I
was there.
Yep. I was here.
And so is everyone listening in.
Get on my horse. My horse is amazing.
It's going to be a song that's stuck in every listener's mind now.
No, now they're going to go Google that shit and they're going to watch it themselves. Anyway, so you meet this. What was the guy's name? The horse guy.
Nephro.
Captain of the Guard, Nephro.
Yeah. So this guy is an asshole. He's got his jousting stick and a shield. And he is... He's clearly your first test of a story boss. And I think it's more still in the tutorial phase. Would you say that, this boss, even though he's really hard?
I mean, yeah, because it still like lets you know, like whenever you see this on the screen, it means this type of attack is about to happen. So, yeah, it's still in the tutorial phase.
But he's hard. Am
He
I
is.
wrong?
No, he was a little bit challenging, but that's why I think like it depends on when you go into it. Like Feta going in at level 2, you probably going in at level 1. And I hit it at level 5 the first time, and I was like, oh, I'm not strong enough. Let me go get ready for this.
Yeah, that's the kind of people that play these games. It's you, it's like, I need to prepare. And then it's me, it's like, I just need to dodge better.
Where did
I dodged way worse.
I put all of my skill points in attack.
Oh, that's all I'm doing. I'm full glass cannoning this.
I'm even Steven down the line. Everything's at 3.
It's going to get so expensive.
Yeah, no shit. Well, so anyway, so he has your typical attacks. He has his sword swipe or joust swipe. He's got his shield attack. He's got his charging joust move. And he has a back horse kick. So when you're behind him. Okay. That back horse kick fucked me up for an hour. Okay.
I want to talk about that. I appreciate the fact that the animation for the back kick is not just me falling down. I am launched.
Sent
full
into
send.
Kingdom Come every time.
And you're dead. And then if you hit a wall when you get kicked, you take more damage.
Yep.
I think by far the one combination of attacks he did that was the just absolute shit. The claw swipe, and he ends up I'm behind him after it, and then he kicks me. There's
Yes.
no dodge chance there.
No.
But what I will say is the game is definitely clunky in comparison. I'll use Elden Ring. It is not as smooth as Elden Ring. Like there was a few times where I rolled and that input set like the input to game was not there. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Like
You're
I
talking
don't
like
say-
you hit the button and it didn't work.
Right. Like I don't know, it worked, but like it was delayed. Like the
Yeah,
order maybe was a glitch or something. You know what I mean? Like where like I had a frame skip. You know what I mean? Like the animation wasn't there. Because there was
Okay.
a few times where I clearly rolled and I still got hit.
Get good.
Well, I
I
tried.
think that's going to be. So I think that comes down to timing for attacks, because that was something I noticed, like with the comb crabs and with even with the puffer fish and the nephro and the shell splitter. There is timing has to be perfect. Like when he does his down swipe on his claw, jump instead of dodge, because he hits under you. So when you jump, he misses you, and then you can just attack in the air. When he does his back kick, that's when you want to dodge. So it's like this was going to incorporate jumping where Elden Ring doesn't.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of times you could actually just move. Sometimes, like you have the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, some attacks hit like really early, like they have early hitboxes, and some are late.
Yeah, it's just like the comb crab when it does its slam attack, not the slam and push, but the slam attack. It's like you have to wait for that last one where he ends the attack,
3.
and then there it goes.
Yeah.
So it's like you just gotta be more patient with the game. It's like, okay, let me see what you do. Like I'm gonna die a couple of times, but once I figure it out, it's game over. So yeah, that's my experience with that. But I think by far the shell splitter is my favorite, and that's the thing. Since we were talking about how these boss felt like it was in the tutorial, I think the shell splitter was still a tutorial boss, because that's when I was able to do more attacks to get him into that stagger phase. And then I got the screen up about, when an enemy is staggered. I'm like, okay, so these are still tutorial bosses. Like, so
I think it might just be when you encounter it. To be honest with you, because there's an even further boss that I was on, and it popped up again.
Oh, okay.
So it's like different attacks that they have, because there's a red one and there's a blue one. And I can't tell you the difference, but I guess they are.
Yeah, so I'm on the Gamer's website, and I'm looking at Nephro. Nephro, Captain of the Guard, is the first main story boss you will face in the game. Before this battle, you've been fighting simple enemies like sardines and crabs, so suddenly fighting Nephro can feel like a significant jump in difficulty. Unlike the first boss in many games, Nephro is not particularly easy, especially since it's the first time you use the shell in this fight. Not being able to use it effectively can be a punishing experience.
Dude, when it brought up the different weights in the shells, that made so much more sense, because with the soda can, when you dodge, you like get in the can and then roll out. But when I had the banana peel, it felt like it was easier. So like that's when I feel like that dodge timing and the weight of that shell is going to throw you off now. So I can understand what they mean by not being used to it or being able to use it.
Right. I would agree with what I said about the level of difficulty step up, because for a while, like, you're just killing things and you're like, okay, I got to fight comb crab, and I'm like, all right, that was a good challenge for a regular enemy. But then you go, and it was definitely shocking to me on how tough he was. But I'm going to circle back to the music. The music kept me in the game. Because every time I died and I was pissed, I was like, it was like soothing. It was like, listening to smooth jazz on Sunday mornings. You know what I mean? And it was like calming almost. Like you're like, all right, I got my shit kicked. I'm going to try this again. But he was hard.
I'm sure the crab was hard.
Oh my God.
It's not June anymore.
Oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Hard crabs, man. Kids, protect yourselves.
The one thing that this game really like pushes you on is playing at your own pace. As you guys can see, all three of us had different experiences in how we played the game, where Ray went around and just killed things to level up and to get his character up to be able to kill the bosses, where I kind of went a linear path. I think by the time I got to the castle and then fought Nephro, I think I was level 4, and it was still really hard.
Yeah, I was flat out level 1 or 2. It was something.
Did you just run past every enemy to the castle?
Straight up.
Did you
I was attacking the enemies. I never went to the level up for the shell.
Did you find yourself did you beat the boss at level 1, or did you leave and come back?
No, I stayed there until I beat him. Yeah, it probably took me like a half hour. It was not
You hate
enjoyable.
yourself.
Yeah,
Dude,
I do.
I'm not kidding. Like, this is why I don't think I can play these games. It's like my heart rate goes up in these games, and like I don't enjoy it. At some point, like after fighting that boss for an hour, like when you get the sweet kill, you're like, fuck this game, woo! I'm the man. But like, I stop and say to myself, is that stress during it worth it?
Always.
100%.
I don't know.
Give me more stress.
100%.
See,
I want a boss fight that makes me have to grapple to avoid enemies.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
And I don't.
And there might be one in there. I don't know. We'll see when we get to that point.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that part. All right, so
Wait, are you trying to transition?
no.
Because I have something
Oh.
that I don't think either of you had figured out or potentially didn't.
What?
So, because this is touted as like an entry-level Souls game, there's different assists that you can add on.
Yes.
You know what I'm going to talk about?
Yes.
So if you go into the assist menu, there's an option where you could give Krill a gun. Just a straight up 9mm. That's his shell. Just boop, tap, one shots any boss. It is hysterical.
But why would you do that?
Because you can.
Why would you not? You're a hermit crab with a gun.
Dude,
Yeah, but
I went back to... oh, it was so funny. So funny.
Wait, so you killed Nephro with a pistol?
No, I killed somebody else with a pistol. Because I was streaming it for my buddy, and he's like, hey, go check these assists. And it was like, give him a gun. That's the you just select that option. And then I was like, huh. And you press the button for your umami power. And it's just fucking boom. Done. I was like, what just happened? Obliterated. And it gives you an achievement too. It's this kills the crab. It's so funny. You got to do it at least once.
I didn't even know there was an... Like, see, that's the mindset of me going into this. I didn't realize there's, like, an easy mode.
No, the only reason is because I was streaming it for my buddy, and he was like, go to the assists, and, click that last option down there, and it just said, give him a gun. And I was like, no. And it was, yeah. He just blasted the absolute living shit out of this crab.
Huh.
Smoked.
You get a gun.
That's it.
All right. What did you guys think of the story?
I don't know if I can really talk about it yet. I don't think I'm far enough.
The only thing I can really hit on the story is I appreciate so far how even the NPCs are all involved in the story. I mean, from the time, like, sure, you have the loan shark, you have the crabs that are attacking you, but it's like when you land on that first area and you have the interactions with the NPCs, I think there's 2 that's on top of that first like gate you go through. The interactions there's another one further back that you can have an interaction with where he's like, please save me, what do I got to do?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was really cool to have that interaction. And then all the NPCs like on the steps walking to go see the Duchess, all the guards. I don't know if you went, instead of going into the castle, you go off to the left. There's like this little barracks training area. Going in there, you can interact with the guards, with the little trainee crabs, and you get like a full-on
it's a city.
Drill sergeant screaming at these tiny crabs and like, I'm a sand, and sand is only good for building the wall. Yeah. And it's just how much immersion there is in just this one little area is so cool that I know the rest of the story is going to be just as awesome.
Oh, God. And so far, my favorite character is the moon snail. I love that moon snail so much. He just narrates the conversation as he's having it. He's like, and the hermit crab dons his metallic shell and fires this umami magic. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about here?
He's like, I do? Yes, you do.
Oh my God. What? And then when you go back to him to level up your skill tree, it's just like... It is what when you like go into the combat skill tree, it's like this hermit crab has taken many lives and he will take many more. It's like, what?
Okay, that reminds me. I don't know if you guys ever played it like back maybe PlayStation 3 days, like Xbox 360, the Deadpool video game.
I never played it.
So it's the same interaction, narrator, Deadpool, like just the back and forth with everything. Go play that if you want something similar.
I'm gonna play more of this.
Yeah. I'll get to that after. So the world building, I thought it was pretty cool to be in a dirty ocean, and like everything is ocean, and all the shit you're going into is basically trash that is falling into the ocean. So I think the world building is really good. I like the verticality of it, where like if you go a mile back, you can start jumping on top of platforms to get upgrades. I really like that, because you go all the way out and you're looking way up and you're like, oh, there's something sweet up there, and you start walking back and you finally find that entry point to hop across, and when you get there, it's something good, or it's an NPC that needs your help to do something, or gives you something.
Did y'all get the grappling hook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm a sucker for a grappling hook in a game.
Oh,
Love
I
it.
know.
Okay.
TFD, baby. Swangin'.
I could have done without the grappling hook.
Stop.
I like the mechanics of the game, period. Like climbing up the walls and the netting and like all that stuff. Like I liked it. To me, it didn't need a grappling hook. It made things easier and the verticality easier, but it wasn't needed, I should say.
But every time you throw it, it's a fishing pole cast sound.
I know that. I'm just saying, still, I didn't need it.
I bet you I found something you guys didn't.
What?
What?
You can grapple hook other
Enemies.
shells and
Oh,
pull
yeah.
the shells, and they'll do damage to the enemies.
Yup.
I did not know that.
I did.
I went to get my umami power, and because the button configuration didn't tell me what the button is, I'm like, I don't know what to hit. So I had the banana peel on, and there was a can there, so I threw it off and didn't realize I was grabbing the can and pulled it in, and it just bumped the crap out of the way. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
And what kind of power was it?
Umami.
Umami.
Thanks. The last big one that was on my list to talk about, because you guys know I'm a graphical whore. What did you guys think of the graphics?
I loved it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, every bit of the animations and everything that went into it, like running in the sand, seeing the imprints of the sand from krill, seeing whenever the comb crabs push the sand, like you see that trail of sand with them, the bubbles when you're swimming, like it made everything feel like I'm genuinely under the water playing.
Yeah,
It looked
and the
great.
trash all around you, floating.
Nope. Just top tier.
I love the colors, too. They're all just so bright.
So for me, I love the graphics, because I think the underwater water, I think you felt like you were under the water at all times, and that's due to the graphics and the way they did the art. Because at no point did I feel like I wasn't under the sea. You know what I mean? Or did I feel like it was fake? The only time I felt it was really fake is when you ran in the world and you hit like their invisible wall.
Oh, and it just turns bright blue.
Yes.
Like, don't go here, idiot.
Right. And
Takes away from my cartoon crab immersion.
right.
That is some bullshit. When you are fighting a boss and you hit that wall, it's like,
You bounced off the glass.
Yeah. So, but the thing about the graphics I liked is I think they did the art style well enough to where it played really well. Yeah, I got a few like frame skips, I should say, but that's to go without saying for me. I think overall the graphics were great for the art style that it was.
no, fantastic. And honestly, I'm excited to see, because even though we're talking about the underwater, since that's where most of this game has taken place for the three of us right now, there's still a whole world above that maybe later on we'll get to see, because we only saw a little bit when the loan shark comes out and we're running back. So there's still all of that going on that I'm hoping if we do continue to play this game in our free time, that we could see and experience some of the above ground graphics and animations. Because I think he mentioned seagull mating season in one of his one-liners, and like that's how stressed he was. Like that's something that would be really cool. Now we're gonna fight seagulls.
Well, I just know that you go into the depths of the water, like the deep, deep water. Deep in the water where the fish hang out lives a gloomy, gloomy fish with an ever-present pout. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face. I spread the jerry-berries all over the place. Blub, blub, blub.
All right, Sebastian, calm down over there.
I think he's floundering.
All right, so let's review this fucking game. Okay?
7.5.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
You're gonna get 8?
I'm gonna give it an 8 just because the one thing that'll push it over for me is the popsicle puns.
All right, I'll go with 8. 8.2 with some of those.
I'm gonna go with your classic solid 7.
Yeah?
I enjoyed the soundtrack. The gameplay was fun. I think the level of difficulty I did not expect, and I think it threw you into the difficulty. But it's that type of game, so yeah. I mean, would I recommend this to people scoring at a 7? Definitely. I would be interested in seeing like A-Trax or Doritos or, Goldie playing it, or anybody actually just playing it and trying it because it's on Game Pass, and like let us know what you think, because it was fun. Will I keep playing it? It just depends on time and place.
I'm firing this stuff up as soon as we're done.
All right. Well, you guys know what time it is. It's time for working class questions. Doritos left us a book, so we'll start with Doritos. Since we be having a pirate talking episode.
No. You stop that. You
Ray,
do it right.
Take it over.
You do it right.
I can't
You
do it.
get into this.
I can't.
Oh, fine. All right.
Where's the hat?
Oh, yeah. No, because that's... Oh, wait. I do have that one. Can you hand me my pirate hat?
Wait, are you really making her get up to get you your pirate hat?
She's already up.
No, she was not.
Yes,
She's
she
a
was.
saint.
Arrgh.
All right.
She's definitely calling you an idiot.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at her face. She's like, you're such an idiot. Wait, what is that?
This is a drumstick.
Oh, I thought you were pulling out a parrot.
Yeah, me
I
too.
thought this was gonna get real, dog.
And I got the
everybody-
little bear over there.
So
I can
everybody at home, Ryu is wearing a pirate hat.
And this is not like a Party City pirate hat. This is like a hat.
Yeah, hat.
pull. For the record, I got this because I was the most drunk on my trip to Costa Rica.
Fucking, that's a pirate. Give it to us.
All right, give it to
All
us.
right. Since we be having a pirate talking episode, here be some ruminations for ye. And yes, ye must use ye best pirate voice when reading these. What be ye favorite thing about the seaside, lads?
The waves.
First mate Fanta, what be ye favorite thing about the seaside, lad?
The air. The salty air.
Aye, both be true and good answers. True seamen they be. For old Captain Rayu, my favorite by far be the waves crashing apart against the hull of me ship as we set sail for an adventure. Aye. Of course, while I'm doing this, someone's down here editing notes, so like it's jumping.
Throwing him. He's doing a great job. Run it back.
All right, hang on. We got it right here. As we like playing with souls, should there be a game of souls based on pirates?
No.
What?
That's it. Lock him in the brig.
Lock the plank. Dude, pirates make everything better. Why would a Pirate Souls game not be good?
All right, honestly, I'm going to take a break from the pirate. That is a fantastic idea, Doritos. I am so surprised they have not made that, because you could just take pirate history and give me just going and fighting the best pirates and progressing in a Souls-like manner. Oh, God, I would play that 100 times over.
Oh, baby.
That's
Imagine,
fantastic.
like, the ship deck battles you could have.
Like, that would be... Oh. And then, like, the big bad boss is Blackbeard, and, like, he comes out with the smoking beard, and that's just his introduction on the Queen Anne's Revenge. Oh! That would be good.
And you gotta fight Davy Jones. As soon as you die, you fight Davy Jones.
That's it. You have to beat Davy Jones to be to come
resurrected.
back. Otherwise, that's it. That character's
Yep.
gone. All right, so that'd be good. All right, back to the... Aye, great question there, Private Doritos. Fantastic idea. Hope to God somebody that has the money and time does something with that. Now, what would be on ye standard that would strike fear into all that saw it when it be hoisted up the mainsail?
Probably the Munter. Honestly. If I threw up a flag at the Munter, it would strike fear in a lot of people.
Aye, this be true. First Mate Marcus. Lad, we're not sailing to Davy Jones' locker. Answer the damn question.
I don't know if it would be cannons or pineapples.
Upside down pineapples?
Yeah.
First
Different
Mate
kind of
Fitta,
scare.
calm yourself over there. You've already gotten the crabs once. You don't need them again. Aye, Captain Rayu flies but one flag, the skull and crossbones with the hat flying proud. They say it, they know what it means. Next question. If ye were a scallywag, which would be ye preferred method of execution? See, now we're getting to the fun stuff, kids. A, walking the plank to be... Hey, Marcus got me off there.
Hang on, we gotta get you a cup of tea and honey after this.
Absolutely. A, walking the plank to visit Davy Jones. B, run up the mast and left for the birds. Or C, a short drop with a sudden stop.
It's got to be walking the plank.
Aye, a good, true, and proven torture method, sir. The fear that strikes into the victim before they drop, knowing there's nothing but a watery grave at the bottom. Excellent choice. First Mate Feta, what say ye?
Put me on top. I die in the crow's nest.
Aye, a good way to feed the birds. I couldn't agree more. I'm more of the short drop with a sudden stop fella myself. There's
the
nothing
stool.
better than looking a man in the eye and seeing the fear take hold of him as he knows what waits before him when you raise your hand and strike that rope. Next question. What be ye favorite kind of shark that not be a great white?
Hammerhead.
Aye, a wonderful utility shark it is.
Damn it. See, mine's also a hammerhead, and I actively track one on my phone.
Aye, a true fishman there. Wonderful, we've got 2 utility sharks in the group.
Look,
I'm
it's
gonna
right
go.
on. It's in the Key West.
Oh, well, at least it'll stay there.
Oh no,
Aye.
he's been there.
I'm gonna go with a good old tiger shark. There's nothing.
Ooh.
You have 2 fearsome predators in your name. That sure as shit gonna scare something. Which would be ye creature of choice as a pirate captain? Parrot, monkey, wombat, pangolin, or something else entirely? Lord have mercy, the Spanish Armada's gonna get on us if you don't answer the question.
Captain Rayo, I want to hear you go first.
Aye, there's nothing more loyal than a true parrot.
I agree.
I want like a sickly looking angry cat that hides below deck and eats all the rats.
Captain Rayu has no words for such an answer. Who the hell would choose a sick cat over any other creature? My God. What? The next question.
Talk to me when you got scurvy, Captain Rayu.
Well, you would be the expert there, wouldn't you, Krabs? What be ye favorite? What would be ye favorite pirate joke?
Do I fucking know any?
Now we're gonna see the Google come up.
What happens if you take the P out of pirate?
What
becomes
happens
irate.
when you take the P out of pirate?
He becomes irate.
Har, har, har.
What is a pirate's favorite doll? A Barbie.
Next.
Where do pirates keep their valuables? In a jar.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Doritos and Captain Rayu, for the wonderful questions.
Aye, it be a true pleasure to be on the show, and I best be getting off now. The winds are calling me, boys.
Next, can we change our schedule and play Sea of Thieves next week?
No.
Please. Fucking please.
I'm not gonna have a throat if I do that
Please.
again.
Please. I will pay each of you every cent I own.
So, I asked this question. What did you guys like about playing a game you never heard of or thought you would play?
I've been wanting to play this game for a long time, so I will save my answer for the time that happens.
I absolutely loved it. I'm a fan of Souls-like games. I had never heard of this. It's probably because it's only on Game Pass. So, it was great. I was excited to try something a little different and experience this as a true first-time thing. So, great recommendation.
I enjoyed knowing nothing. Like, there was no hype for this game. I didn't do any research. Like, Dune Awakening is coming, and I've been watching a shit ton of videos on that game because that shit looks awesome. But I like the fact that I downloaded it. All I knew I was going to be a crab, and I had no idea of what stupid shit Feta got us into. And I enjoyed that experience a lot, actually.
Yeah. It's like refreshing, too.
Yes. Doritos asks, which working class nerds host has the best chicken call? Cock-a-doodle-doo! You let us know.
It sounded like a parrot. I'm just saying.
Well, my voice is a little raspy after that entire paragraph.
So Wargus Moore had a statement. He said, back in my day, all games were Souls games. Did you die on level 237 on Pong? Tough. Start over at level 1.
I will say that the shit sucks because when you were playing Mario, like Super Mario, that's it, heartbreaking to go back to the beginning.
Yeah. God, I remember those days. Thankfully, Wargus, we don't live back in those days anymore.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.